Buongiorno, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very special episode of testing hyped up niche fragrances. I love to do these episodes because I have 12 fragrances that are very hyped and I cannot wait to test. We have TIZIANA TERENZI, first time to test an JAYNE fragrance. I have Xerjoff, Gritty, Jovois, a lot of very hyped fragrances. So if you want to see my first impression on all these fragrances, then please keep on watching. I will leave linked down below a playlist of my all previous episodes. So if you like this one, you can binge watch the rest. Let's start with the most exciting one for me. And it's from ORMONDE. This is LAVENT. LAVENT? I don't know how to pronounce it. This is the first time to test the ORMONDE fragrance, and it was Josephine from Judy Rose who always talked about this fragrance. And finally it is here and I cannot wait to test it, guys. This is an orange blossom fragrance, but the beginning is quite promising. I am not a fan of orange blossom, especially the sweet one. It's the sharpness of the orange blossoms that I don't like. But in a previous episode, I tested Eau Féminin from M. Micallef and I loved it. And it was an orange blossom fragrance. So let's see. Oh, now it's not so predominant. It's getting sweeter and more delicate. Wow, I get the hype. This is an extremely feminine fragrance. And as a first impression, I think I like this one more to Eau Féminin from M. Micallef. By the way, I have this idea. Tell me in the comments down below if you would watch a video where I test different fragrances and I ask you which one should I get. Like now, testing this one, I want to create a video on orange blossom where I show you different orange blossom fragrances. I tell you my favorites and we do like a survey. So you tell me which one is better. Tell me in the comments down below if you would watch such a video. It's not orange blossom anymore. It's almost a little bit berryish, like sweet, like petalia. Oh my God, this is so feminine and so beautiful. And it's something that I am missing in my collection. I don't have this scent profile. I have florals, don't get me wrong, but not this kind of scent. For now, this is extremely promising and we are beginning on a very high note. I decided to put something on because it's getting chilly here. So next one is Fire at Will from Jovois. If I remember correctly, this is a gourmand and I think it was Sebastian who really loved this one. This smells extremely familiar. It's milky, vanilla, has almost like a marshmallow kind of note, something fluffy. Yeah, I definitely smelled something similar. It has also almost like a caramelly touch. Very gourmand, but it's sweet to a point that I can tolerate. So it's not too much, but it's a strict gourmand. Very edible fragrance, but I can't shake the feeling that I've smelled something extremely similar to this one, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm so curious, so I am going on Fragrantica to see what people say about this fragrance. Okay, people say it smells like Indult Toyota, which is a fragrance that I have also here. We shall see, okay. And Escapade Gourmand, which I have. It has resemblance to Escapade Gourmand. Maybe this is what I am smelling. But this is more gourmand. Escapade Gourmand is very vanilla. It doesn't have this lactonic feeling that I get in this one. It smells like very hot milk with vanilla and some marshmallow. You have also sugar or maybe a little bit of caramel syrup. This is how it smells. Like something I would drink. I don't know why. Just the feeling that this fragrance gives me. Very nice. I like this one, but I'm not sure if this lactonic touch, I just looked up, there is no milk in the notes, which is promising because milky fragrances tend to be sour on my skin. So let's see if this one will turn sour or not. will tell you in my final thoughts. Next we have Quattro Pizzi di Xerjoff. This is a very, very new release. I wasn't expecting the scent profile. This is almost indolic white floral. It's spicy and green. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Of course, I am not a tuberose girl. It's not like I dislike the note, but I love only bubblegummy tuberose. Otherwise, I don't like the scent at all. This is just too indolic and too green. But I would say a lot of people will love this one. I don't know why. To my mind, I remember Marfa, but it has been a long time since I smelled that fragrance. But I get the same vibe. And working from memory, I would say this is better than Marfa from Memo. It's this green, strange green touch. It's not the green from the tuberose. There is something almost like grass. It's not my scent profile, but I would say for people who love tuberose, this is quite a good one actually. It has also a creaminess to it, so it's kind of a blend between this creamy tuberose with something grassy. I know that my description will give you an idea that this fragrance is quite off-putting. It's actually not. It's very alluring, but not for me. Anyway, let's move on. By the way, I am planning on doing a buying guide on the Casa Murati line. Since I did my first impression on Xerjoff, I changed my mind a little bit about the brand and I created a list of their fragrances. And oh my god, I never saw any brand that has so many fragrances and they keep on releasing new ones. It's too much. Oh my god, a buying guide on the whole brand is almost impossible. It will be a 2-hour video, and also I can't get samples of all the fragrances. So I looked at my sample collection and I found that the Casa Murati line from Xerjoff is the one that I have almost all their fragrances. So I am planning on doing a buying guide on the Casa Murati and then see what I'm going to do about the rest. Let's pick one randomly and see. This one, oh my god. I can't believe that it's the first time that I am testing this fragrance. It's Kian Love, Don't Be Shy. Yes, I've never tested this fragrance before. Again, an orange blossom fragrance, but I know that people say it's very sweet. And since I knew that I don't like orange blossom and I don't like sweet fragrances, I just ignored it. Let's see. No. But it's not as bad as I expected. I expected something much sweeter. So something like Sintra. This is quite airy. It's sweet, but airy. Actually, it's not so bad. But I don't get the hype. Like, from all the orange blossom fragrances, this is just very simple, actually. It's not very complex and would have never guessed that this is a Kilian fragrance. It lacks this signature from Kilian. I don't know how to explain how Kilian fragrances smell to me. They have this very sophisticated depth to them. I'm really, really in love with Kilian, by the way. And this is not it. It's very one-dimensional and quite bland, actually. Why was this one hyped? Maybe it came out in a time like there were not so many orange blossom fragrances. It's actually nice and pleasant. And I don't find it so sweet as people say. I know that they did reformulate it, so maybe after the reformulation it's a little bit diluted, so I can't tolerate it. I have no idea. But anyway, yeah, nice, but I don't think that this one deserves the hype that it got at all. Let's see what I have next. This is the fragrance that was very hyped by Clémence. It's Sandalwood Basmati from Affinescence. It's sandalwood, actually. A very strong sandalwood with almost something minty in it. I don't know. This is very, very unexpected because from the name Sandalwood Basmati, okay, sandalwood, but I imagined rice notes, so something more soft. This is quite loud. I am getting very, very in the background something like rice pudding. They're like overcooked rice, but it's very in the background. I don't like this one. The sandalwood is too sharp and there is a medicinal note that I don't like at all. At the beginning it was a little bit minty, almost minty-like, and now it's quite medicinal. I don't like this at all. But I know that these kind of fragrances will behave totally different on skin. So I am going to spray it on my skin and see until the end of this video how it will behave. Next we have our cheating fragrance, so a fragrance that is not hyped. This is Private Mood Vanilla and Cognac. Never heard about this brand and never heard about this fragrance. Actually, I bought a fragrance or like a sample from Vinted, a second-hand website here in Italy or in Europe, and she sent me this decant as a gift with purchase. So I'm intrigued. Let's see, because the name Vanilla and Cognac seems like something I would love. This is so good. So good. Love. I know it's very quick, but I love this. It's vanilla, boozy, spicy. There is definitely cinnamon here. Maybe also some nutmeg. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. This is a spicy, boozy vanilla. It's in the same vibe, not similar to Angel's Share, these kind of fragrances. If I didn't know, and I've smelled this fragrance on someone, I would have sworn that he is wearing a Kilian fragrance. I have to check this brand. Do you know this brand, Private Mood? And do you know this fragrance? Oh my god. Maybe it's very famous and I don't know about it because it deserves it. Guys, I cannot wait. Actually, I am going to search for this brand and this fragrance and see how much does it cost. Oh, very, very limited places have this fragrance. It's on Lucky Scent and I find it also on 2 shops here in Milano, like very small shops. And it's very affordable, guys. No, affordable, I mean for niche. It's 145 euros for 100 ml. I have to check this brand. This is very, very, very promising. Next we have Thomas di Monaco, Sol Salgado. I think it was Sebastian who hyped this fragrance. It was released last year, if not mistaken. I'm smelling it already and not happy about it. Oh my god, I don't know, Sol Salgado, I imagined something solar, maybe tropical, beachy. It dried my throat. I must have inhaled some of the spray. I have now quite a dry throat. I don't like it. It's green and sharp, not so pleasant. There is something sweet in the background, maybe some yellow flowers in the background, but like up front there is a kind of a sharp medicinal note that I don't recognize. It smells unique. I will give it definitely that, but it's strange. It's very strange. Yeah, and I smell almost something grassy in it also. No, this is not for me. This is not for me. Disappointment. Let's see the next one, what I have. Ooh, another brand that I never tested before, and it's very strange because I love the perfumer. This is LAK Lettre de Pushka. Sorry for the pronunciation. This is the brand of Sonia Constant. I love her. Love her. So I'm very surprised that I didn't test her brand. Let's see. Oh, it's again quite dark juice, so be careful. I heard about this fragrance a lot, in particular from Chris from the Perfumes Nest. It smells like rose and oud, but if there is oud, it's very, very, very in the background. It's very woody, ambery, a little bit spicy. This fragrance transports me to other places. I can see people dancing in their, you know, traditional clothes, very colorful, a lot of red, brick red, some threads of gold, colorful hats. Oh my God. I don't know even what I am imagining. I'm just seeing an image in my head and I don't even know from where it is. If I'm not mistaken, this brand actually is kind of in the same vibe of Memo, where she creates a fragrance that resembles a place she traveled to. I don't know, where is Pushkar? Let's see if there is something here. India. Now that I am seeing India, I would say takes me to places like Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan. These places, I don't know why. I have no idea. It's all in my head, but it's a very, very elegant but challenging rose. Not for everybody. It's not blind buy safe at all. It's a fragrance that you would appreciate if you love rose and oud combination, or saffron, especially rose, saffron and oud. Yeah, it's in this category, but for me it's a little bit too on the saffron side. But I love in these kind of fragrances a little bit of sweetness, some fruitiness. It makes it tolerable for me. So great fragrance from an artistic point of view. It's not for me and it's not blind safe at all. Next we have Indult Tihota. Let's see. I am shocked that people say Fire at Will smells like Indult Tihota, because if I remember correctly, when this fragrance was extremely hyped, what people said that it's a very simple vanilla but very, very strong vanilla. This is lovely actually. It's a strong vanilla scent and it's quite simple but very condensed. Imagine Vanilla 28 from Kayali on steroids, like an extrait de parfum. This is how this fragrance smells. I don't know if it's an extrait de parfum, but it smells like an extrait de parfum. It's very strong, but I like it. You see, this is the perfect layering fragrance because it's simple enough for you to layer other fragrances with. So if you want to add a little bit of vanilla or sweetness to a fragrance, this is the perfect one. It's lovely actually. It's really lovely. I think it's not hyped anymore, or people don't, at least people don't mention it anymore because it's quite simple. And I feel like simple fragrances get always pushed back. Not a lot of people appreciate them or keep them long in their collection. I happen to be very happy with simple fragrances actually, if they are done well. Next we have Theab from Kajal. Last time I tested Lamar and I didn't like it. Let's see if Theab makes it. There is also a new release that people seem to be obsessed with from the brand Icon. I think it's called something like that. Oh yeah, very strong, synthetic, fruity fragrance. It's too much. It's too much for me. It's in the same vibe, like Erba Pura, like these fragrances. Guys, I don't have a problem with these fragrances. I have a problem with brands charging so much money for a synthetic fragrance. I just don't like it. It's where I draw the line. For me, synthetic, like overly synthetic like this, I would not pay that amount of money. Here it's an overdose of passion fruit. Oh my God, it's over the top. I get it that people love this kind of scent profile, but I just can't. I don't like the scent profile. I don't like the price they are charging for this kind of fragrance. So if you love Erba Pura, you will love this one. By the way, again, another idea for a video. Tell me in the comments down below. I want to watch all my previous testing hyped up niche fragrances and see the hyped fragrances that I didn't like. I mean, I'm not a fan of Erba Pura, Delina, Baccarat Rouge, a lot of like staples in everybody's collection. I want to test them again because I feel like my taste changed. I have changed overall, and it has been quite a while since I've tested these fragrances. So maybe I should give them another chance and do a special episode on that. Tell me in the comments down below if you would be interested in watching such a video. Moving on, let's get to TIZIANA TERENZI. So sorry for anyone who is Italian. Sometimes I pronounced it TIZIANA TERENZI because I thought there is an A. At the end, it's TERENZI. Sorry. Again, if I remember correctly, this was hyped by Veronica from Veronica Says. Again, a brand that doesn't work for me. Till now, I've never tested a fragrance that I loved from TIZIANA TERENZI. I feel like this is not an exception. I'm already smelling it. They are very, very loud, strong, projecting fragrances. But no. This is so synthetic. It smells quite similar to Theab. But it's not passion fruit. Let me see. No, they are not similar. But it's the syntheticness of both of them that reminds me of Theab. But honestly, between the two, Theab is better. This is just nasty. Sorry, but even if you love this kind of scent profile, Theab is better. Theab is better. No, not for me at all. Next is another fragrance that was hyped by Clemence. This is Gosu. I don't know, from Jeroboam. If I remember correctly, it's floral fragrance. Was it tuberose? I don't remember. It's almost like a fruity tuberose in a way. It's sweet. This is very unique. Very, very unique. The tuberose here doesn't bother me at all. So it's a tuberose fragrance that I would wear. Has this very unique freshness to it. I can't explain from where it comes or how it smells. It's very difficult to explain this fragrance. I have to look up the notes on this one because this is intriguing me to the max. Top notes is tuberose, saffron and bergamot. I don't get it. I thought it was geranium, but there is a coldness to this fragrance. So maybe it's from the saffron. Mid-notes, cedarwood, geranium. The geranium, yes, there is, yeah, it has this a little bit of a cold mintiness to it. And violet leaves. We have in the base patchouli, yes, patchouli. This is what I'm smelling. I am doing a terrible job today. Patchouli, white musk and ambroxan. Don't get much of ambroxan. It is musky a little bit, yes, but mostly this is a patchouli tuberose fragrance. Very, very, very unique. I don't know how to feel about this fragrance. And I don't get from where this sweetness that I'm smelling comes from. There's something sweet, almost fruity about it. I can't tell you what I'm feeling about this one. It's just a unique scent that I cannot even decide if I love it or not. Yeah, I'm speechless. I don't know what to tell you. Again, tell me in the comments down below what you think about this fragrance. Last fragrance is from Gritty. This is Gossip Night. And I have already tested a lot of Gritty fragrances. I did a first impression in my Italian brand series. You will find it in the description down below. It's a brand that I don't know, I have mixed feelings about. What I know is that Gossip Night is a gourmand. And I'm almost afraid to test this fragrance because I have been let down by a lot of fragrances. Let's see. It's candy. You know, these gummy sweets, but to the max. Like, it's very, very strong. It's not for me. As you all know, I don't like to smell like a candy. It's again a trend now, these candy sweet fragrances like vanilla candy. There is one from, I think, from Latafa called Diara Candy. Like, even the name, it says everything. So yeah, it's in the same category. Now it has a little bit more fruitiness to it, so it's not as candy like, but still. But I think it's better than vanilla candy and also other fragrances. This scent profile I personally don't like. But if you love this kind of fragrances, you want to smell like a candy, this is definitely for you. Okay, we have finished all the fragrances. Now let's get to the ranking. I just realized that I have 13 fragrances, not 12. Oh my god, this is a mess. Okay, we have a bonus fragrance this time. As usual, I am going to rank them from my least favorite to my most favorite. My least favorite is Sol Salgado. I just don't get it. It's very grassy, very strange smelling. Next, TABIT. Sorry for anyone who loves this fragrance, but I just... no. If you don't like Erba Pura, you will not like this one. Then I went with Gossip Night. Now it's a little bit more vanillic. It's not as candy as before, but still, this is a fragrance that I would almost say it's a celebrity fragrance. I would have never guessed that this is an expensive niche fragrance. So if you want to smell like a candy, you have another fragrance to go for. Next, I will go with Theab. From all these fruity fragrances that I've tested today, this is the best, but still it's too synthetic for my nose, for my liking. Then this was very, very disappointing. Sandalwood Basmati. I don't get it. It's not bad, but it's just underwhelming. A good fragrance, but not deserving of any hype in my opinion. Next I have Love Don't Be Shy. Again, I don't understand why this fragrance was so hyped. It's a nice fragrance, a nice orange blossom fragrance, but yeah, I don't know sometimes. The rest are fragrances either that I personally love or that I feel are very, very good fragrances from an artistic point of view. So I would recommend all of the following fragrances. Next, I will go with Fire at Will. This is very comforting, cozy winter gourmand fragrance. I imagine wearing this one with a sweater, sitting on your sofa and binge watching some Netflix series. I mean, it's a very soft, cozy, laid back fragrance. Next, I have Quatro. This one, for me personally, I would never wear. Or I should never say never, but I don't think that I would ever wear a fragrance like that. But from an artistic point of view, from uniqueness, from quality, from everything, it's great tuberose fragrance that is very, very unique. And it's not the only tuberose fragrance that is unique. Next, I have Gosu. Very, very unique tuberose fragrance that I still can't put into words how this fragrance smells. I find it very difficult, sorry. Next, I have Lettre de Pushkar, a woody saffron rose fragrance that is excellent. It doesn't have the oud, so for people who don't like oud fragrances, you may appreciate this one, but you have to test this fragrance because it's not a safe blind buy. Next, I would say is almost a safe blind buy if you love the scent profile. So if you are looking for a simple, sweet, strong vanilla, Indult Hota. Yeah, it's very nice. I personally would not go for a fragrance like that, but it's a fragrance that, I'm not talking about this fragrance in particular, this or something similar, I would buy to layer, me personally. But if you love simple, sweet vanilla fragrances, yeah, this is a good one. Now let's get to the winners for me personally from this video. I am obsessed with these two. Vanilla Cognac. Oh my god, this is so good. It's only on number 2 because I already have the scent profile in my fragrance collection. So I have Waja, which is not boozy, but it has the same scent profile. Oh my god, this is so good. I'm actually tempted to get a bottle of this fragrance. My number 1, this fragrance is now on my wish list. I know I didn't test it yet on my skin, but I know I'm just in love with this. LAVENT from ORMONDE. Femininity in the bottle. This is gorgeous. I have no words. If you love fragrances like Fleur Narcotique from Ex Nihilo, you would love this one. The difference is this is much more delicate. Fleur Narcotique is very in your face, a little bit strong and sharp. I know people say it has bad performance. I don't know what they are talking about because Fleur Narcotique remains on my skin for quite a long time actually. Anyway, I digress. This is much better. Much better. By the way, I had Fleur Narcotique on my wish list. I don't anymore. I'm going to replace it by this fragrance. And now I am very intrigued to test more from Ormonde JAYNE. Actually, I was always intrigued by the brand and I wanted to test it, but now I'm definitely going to test more from Ormonde JAYNE. I know this video was long and I have bombarded you with a lot of videos idea. I have another one. So please stay with me. I have dedicated last year and this year to Italian brands. And I am thinking about dedicating a year for British brands or UK-based brands. It's just an idea. I am not sure that I can do it because I don't have a lot of discovery sets for like British brands. I have Jo Malone, almost all the collection. I'm already working on a buying guide. The same goes for Penhaligon's. I have Floral Street. I have Jo Love's, but just a discovery set. But it's enough to get an idea of the brand. I know that Ormonde JAYNE and Miller Harris give also discovery sets, so I can also add these two. I know that there are more British brands, but for example, I wanted for the longest time to test Floris. It's a brand that really intrigues me, but they don't offer any discovery sets that I know of. I think they have like travel sizes, but to get an idea of a brand, I need to test a lot. So travel sizes is not an option for me. I need samples and yeah, I can't get them anywhere. So I can't test this brand. There's Atkinson's who has a discovery set. Electimus. I don't know if they offer a discovery set. I remember they had one, but it was very expensive if I'm not mistaken. I don't believe that I can complete 12 brands, but at least 6 I can, or 7 I can do. So tell me in the comments down below if this is something that you would be interested in. And maybe the year after I can dedicate it to US brands. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what is happening. I'm just having a lot of ideas in my head. Tell me if any of the ideas that I mentioned in this video would be something that you want to watch. If you have tested any of these fragrances, tell me in the comments down below what you think about it. And if you have any suggestion for future episodes, as usual, I will leave the playlist of all the episodes and everything that I've mentioned in the description down below. I hope you liked this video and you found it helpful. And if you did, I will highly appreciate if you give me a thumb up. That helps me really a lot with YouTube. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time. Ciao.